All right, before you watch this video I never thought would take 1 hour. It has literally taken 1 hour, so that's pretty shocking. And yes, I'm pretty sure you'd like to know my response on her. She has sent me an audio message, this hater of mine or whatever, or critic. She has sent me 2 audio messages, one LinkedIn message, and one comment that is public. Now, the climax is the comment which is public, okay, where she has said that coaches like you is what gives this industry a bad name. She is talking about me. And she's saying the difference between me and her is like, I'll bitch, moan. This is a screenshot of what she has said about me. You can pause and just read it. So I'll respond to this. But like I said, instructions to my group members, please don't name and shame and dox this person. Because if you do, I'll block you both from my YouTube channel as well as from my groups. So we'll keep her anonymous, but we'll deal with her response. Having said that, watch the video. It's going to be really long. Take your bucket of popcorn and enjoy the show.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
All right. Today is going to be one of those fun videos where someone attacks me and I respond to them. Okay. Before I even get into the video, if you're part of my WhatsApp groups or you're my, part of my community, my request to you is please do not mention her name anywhere in the comments, because if you do, if you name and shame her, I will block you permanently, both from my YouTube channel as well as from my WhatsApp community. Privately, within the WhatsApp groups, you can comment as much as you like. If you want to comment on the YouTube video, feel free without mentioning her name as much as you want, if you want. Okay, you can share. But please do not put her name, her identity, don't dox her. That is what I request you, because it's not right. It's basically not right. Okay, that's what I believe. So before we even start the video, my request to my group members and followers and subscribers or people of my community who know who I'm talking about, do not mention her name, do not dox her, do not reveal her identity. That's number one. Okay, so now comes, what is this video about? I get, I wouldn't say lots of people, but I get a substantial amount of people who reach out to me. Either they'll thank me for a video, or they'll ask me a question, or there'll be an inquiry about my service. And it's simple. It's not because I'm a famous celebrity. It's because this is my business. Okay, it's like you're running a restaurant and people come to eat food. That is your work. That is your business. So I've been online for a couple of years. I have decent enough presence with my target market. I'm not viral. I'm not famous. I'm not known by every Tom, Dick, and Harry. I'm not known by every young kid in every country. My target market knows me. And then there is this small subset of people who follow my content. Okay. I'm not very much into the vanity metrics of 50,000 people, 100,000 people. It doesn't matter how many subscribers you have. All it matters is how many views you get per video. But for me, not as a YouTuber, for me, how much money I make per day. So I'm very clear about what I have to do. How much money do I make per day? How many clients do I have? That's all that matters to me. So I can get 10,000 or 10,000 views a video or 5,000 views a video. But if I don't get any client, doesn't make any sense. And thankfully, I'm not dependent on the YouTube algorithm. Okay. So there are people who get in touch with me, and the most important is people who inquire about my service, who are ready to pay me. They are very important to me. But then there is this other side who maybe they don't have the money to pay me, or they are not doing well enough, or they just want an opinion or suggestion. And then there are others who praise me, there are those who absolutely hate me, insult me, mock me, ridicule me. And then we have the sick category who send me their disdain by sending threats, death threats, and even their nudes. And okay, so it goes on. So wide spectrum. Okay, so now this this particular incident, what happened was, I'll not show you her identity, so obviously I can't show you her number, anything. This female, she sent me a message. She sent me a WhatsApp message, and I'm always getting lots of. I get 1,600 emails, messages. It just goes on. 1,600 an average per day. Okay. So she had sent me a voice clip, and when it's a voice clip, you're wondering like, what is this? Okay. And obviously it was a real profile, real number. So I was like, okay, what is this? I listened to it. And I will play that for you. I'll be playing that for you. But subsequently, after the first one, it got ugly very quickly. Not even a few hours later. So where a person was admiring me first, or appreciating, if not admiring, appreciating, she was like, oh, your content is good and this is good, although I don't agree with everything. Very soon it started moving towards insult. Listen, if you're this, if you're that, okay, fine. And then I also got a LinkedIn request. Okay. But I thought it would stop there. Then she started to comment under my videos. And out of the various comments, I will share with you one particular comment where she completely, like, forget insult. She tried to bitch slap me, and here's the funny thing. I shared this with all my group members. Okay, I shared this with my group members. We had a laugh about it. Many had many comments, but I told them, see, listen, don't dox her, don't harass her. This is her opinion. She has a right to her opinion. So I'm going to share this with you. Why I'm giving you a little bit of a background, because you need to understand what has happened, and maybe I will forget to tell you what it is. And keep in mind, this being my YouTube channel, I will always portray myself in a positive light. Okay? So, evaluate both sides of the story. I'll try to show you whatever I can without revealing our identity, and you give me your feedback. Okay? 6 minutes. Such a big introduction, man. Oh, bloody hell. Okay. So we'll start with her voice note that she sent me. It's how many minutes? It's around 3 minutes. It's around 3 minutes. And as it goes on, I will give you my thoughts in between. I hope the audio picks up. Okay, let's start. Okay, let's start. 1, 2, 3.
Loy, hello. So today I actually started to watch some of your YouTube videos. I don't know how to put this. Now, in many ways, I do really agree with you, especially towards the views that you have towards Indians and Indian men. And I recently appeared on a podcast.
Okay, fine. So the first part, let me give you the first part, which I think I forgot to tell you. She is an Indian passport holder. She was an Indian passport holder. She was an Indian who moved to Australia. Okay, now she's an Australian citizen, but you can clearly make out she looks like an Indian. Very much. Her looks is very much Indian. Her accent is very much Indian. Her name is very much Indian. Everything is Indian. So she sent me this first, that I recently came across your podcast. And the reason why I'm repeating is maybe in case it's not clear. Okay, she came across my my YouTube videos, and she agrees with some things. Okay, next.
That really states why I want nothing to do with the Indian community or Indian men or women. I don't want to be friends with them. I don't want to work with them. So in that respect, I really agree with you. But
okay, so what she's saying is she appeared on a podcast where she stated that she doesn't want anything to do with the Indian community. She wants nothing to do with Indian men. She wants nothing to do with Indians at all. Okay, even though she's in Australia. even though she comes from India, even though her name is Indian, even though she looks like Indian, even though, I mean, if you look at her 100%, you'll say she's Indian. Okay, everything about her is Indian. Or so she apparently appeared on a podcast where she said, I hate Indians, I don't like Indians, I hate the Indian community, everything about India. Okay, fine. Then
there's just a lot of things where I felt that, and I'm sure you get a lot of this, but I'm just being completely honest, where you are a COCKHEAD and a CUNT.
okay, so now just imagine she is sending me this message for the first time. She is getting in touch with me for the first time as an introduction, like, hi, how are you? My name is so and so. And in this introduction, she is telling me that I'm a COCKHEAD, cockhead, and I'm a cunt. And by the way, I'll be telling you her background and profession. That'll leave you even more shocked. So for a woman, okay, she's a coach, she's a teacher, she's an educator. She's supposed to be doing all this teaching, training, mentoring, whatever. And her introduction to me is, number one, telling me I hate the Indian community. She started off with that with less than a minute of a conversation. I hate Indians. I hate the Indian community, without even knowing that I don't hate the Indian community. I don't hate Indians. I hate the bad habits, the evil side of Indians or India, like rape, corruption, sexualization or objectifying women. Those are the things which I hate, those behaviors. But if you just say you're an Indian, I don't hate you. In fact, all my friends, most of my relatives, there's so many people who are Indians. I don't hate them. I may not like them, but I don't hate them. So, first, the way to introduce yourself, it's wrong, because you're presupposing that I hate Indians, which I don't. So that kind of left me like, why do you hate Indians? And even before explaining that, she has not even got to the introduction, who she is, what she is, nothing. She's calling me, you're a cockhead and you're a cunt. Okay, so much for the first impression. Okay, then.
In many ways, take this as a compliment or as an insult or whatever.
Take this as a compliment or an insult. So you meet someone, hi, how are you? You are a cunt. So you can take it as a compliment or an insult. Okay. I mean, if I were to, it's like me describing her, and I'll tell you, if I were to describe her, and this is how I described her to my guys, some of them called her whatever names. I said she reminds me of a constipated Indian cow, or she reminds me of my, you can Google search guinea pig hippo. Just Google search guinea pig hippo, how it looks. She actually looks like that. And this is not me hating on her. I'm telling you, like, if someone tells me you look like a freak, I look like one of those Star Wars character, ugly, hideous, fine. Totally agree. Horror movie, whatever. So I'm telling you how she looks. She's this overweight female who looks like one of those hippopotamus, constipated, who has to eat but can't shit it out. And her best photograph that is online is more like, she has, symmetrical eyes. Even I have that. So she has, and the thing that absolutely baffled me is she teaches healthcare professionals while she is absolutely obese. Okay. So now, if just imagine, now, why did I describe her in that way? Why did I describe her as a constipated brown cow or whatever? Just imagine if I were to say hi to her for the first time. Hey, hi, you look like one of those guinea pig hippopotamus constipated cows from India. Take it as an insult or compliment. Ha ha ha. Is that the way to introduce yourself as a professional? Is that how a professional presents themselves? The excuse a person can give, oh, I was getting too friendly. No, I'm sorry. That's not friendly. It's like, hey, you're a cunt. Ha ha ha. You're a cockhead. Ha ha ha. By the way, I'm an educator. I'm I'm a healthcare professional. I'm an educator for healthcare professional. I'm a life coach. By the way, she's a life coach. you'll really think something is mentally wrong with that person. You'll think something, and you really have issues here. Okay, so this is her introduction. Remember, this is her first message. Okay, after that.
Now, just a bit of background about me. I'm actually.
Okay, now she comes to the background after nearly a minute. This is her background.
I'm Indian, surprise, surprise.
Okay, see the fun. She's Indian. She says, I'm Indian, surprise, surprise. Okay, I'm Indian.
But I moved to Australia 21 years ago, and I have been here ever since. I don't.
Okay, so she moved to Australia 21 years ago, but she still identified herself as an Indian. Okay, she could have said, I'm an Indian passport holder. I was an Indian passport holder, but she says, I'm an Indian. Surprise, surprise. Okay, then.
Indian passport anymore, got an Australian one. And yeah, it took me one bad, abusive relationship, my own parents, and experiences that I had with the Indian community over here.
Okay, so she had one bad relationship. I presume it was love or marriage. Plus, she had a bad relationship with her parents. Okay, so, bad upbringing. Okay, fine. And she also had a bad experience with an Indian, maybe community or whatever in Australia. So, overall, 3 bad experiences that she has had, maybe more, but she has highlighted 3 bad experiences with the Indian community, which is why she hates the Indians and Indian community. Okay, then.
To realize that I want nothing to do with them.
Okay, so she wants nothing to do with the Indian community.
Content in many other ways. And also one thing that you'll be very interested to know is that the very last video of yours that I watched was about how you tell people not to have children, and I have known my entire life that I never wanted to have kids.
Okay, so she is one of those females, or they categorize as feminists, but she wants nothing to do with females. And she said that she was able to relate to me because I put up a video about not having children. Now, her reasons, I don't know her reasons for not having children, but why I said not to have children is because people don't have the maturity. People means parents. They might not have the maturity, they may not have the willingness, they may not have the money, or they might just don't want. So you can't force having children on anyone. If you're ready to sacrifice yourself and give your time, effort, money, attention, and groom that child, then you should have children. So in her case, she decided not to have children. And personally speaking, given her personality, I am thankful to her. I just want to say thank you for not having children, because if she did have a child, it would be the biggest sin. She would destroy that child's life. She would make the child psychotic like her. She would make the child a monster. Because if this is her personality, calling people cockheads with just your first introduction, or a cunt, or being racist, or having these incredible insecurities and emotional problems, as a mother, I mean, you'll transfer that disease to that child. So I'm thankful that she is single. The only thing I might pity is the creatures who are around her, whether man or animal. I don't know how they tolerate her. So, I have nothing but praise for them. Okay, maybe they really, either they are blind or deaf, or maybe they are like on the wheelchair, so they don't have a choice. Or maybe if it's a dog doesn't mind, whatever, dog or cat or whatever. Okay, fine. So then she goes on. And surprise, surprise, I am in a relationship with a man who's not Indian. He's Australian, white Australian, who feels the same way. Okay, surprise, surprise. I'm in a relationship. Absolutely. I was very surprised that someone like you can get somebody. I was like, in fact, my group members are like, yeah, surprise, surprise. She even got someone. They were all surprised. Trust me, you're absolutely right. We are all surprised that you are in a relationship. In fact, she has made it a point to say Australian white, as if that's a badge of honor, that he is, Australian and he's white. So that kind of shows the deep-rooted insecurities that she has, that for her, color of the skin matters. The second one is the nationality matters. So her sense of value is, I have a Gora, I have a white skin partner, and yes, he is a Western passport holder. Okay, Because if you actually look, I'm Indian. I keep away from Indians, but I have Australian. Ha ha ha. And he's white. Okay. And here's the funny thing. Not in nowhere on her social media has she shown who's that white person. Who knows? Maybe he's 80-year-old. Who knows? Maybe he is 4 times her size. I don't know. So it's kind of suspicious when you don't show who's your partner, but you only show yourself. Okay. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So anyway, okay, then.
Dog, and we're very happy with our lives the way it is.
Okay, and she has a dog. Poor dog. I don't know if the dog is undergoing issue. Maybe the dog needs to go and take psychiatric help. Okay, fine. Then.
But I just wanted to sort of share my thoughts on that.
Share my thoughts. Thoughts. Okay, please go ahead with your thoughts. It's like, hello, I'm Indian, but my thoughts. Yeah, fine. Little bit of accent is required because you're in Australia. Thoughts. Okay, then.
I've actually added you on LinkedIn.
Yeah, she did add me on LinkedIn, which I'll be sharing the screenshot without revealing her identity, and I'll show you what she shared.
Hopefully, we can sort of connect and even do some things together, like get on a live, or even I'll be happy to be interviewed.
Okay, here's a funny thing. Okay, she is saying, I've sent you this thing on LinkedIn. See, here's a LinkedIn. I'll try to show you a screenshot. This is what I've censored her name. So she's a experienced communications coach who helps healthcare professionals, even though she is a hippopotamus herself. Okay, and you might be like, Loy, why you naming and why you're shaming her? Not naming her, shaming her. Yeah, because you call someone cockhead and cunt and all that, then I have to go in the same way, right? Okay, fine. If you were respectful and if you had shown proper upbringing or at least decency, I would treat you the same manner. Okay, so it's like I treat you the same manner you treat others. Okay, so what she said is, hey Loy, I love your YouTube videos on Indians. Okay, I despise, just imagine, this is LinkedIn, huh? This is a professional website, and she's sending this, I despise Indians, despite being one myself shamefully. You are insulting, mocking, and throwing gutter on your own roots. This is one major difference between you and me. I'm proud of my roots. I'm proud of my poverty. I'm proud of being Indian. That is me. That is my ground reality. So if someone tells you, yeah, you are a beggar, you lived poor, or you are in India, in South India, half Keralite father, half, I'm proud of it. So you're ashamed of it. I'm sorry. That's your problem. But I'm not ashamed of it. So we are two different individuals. I have an Australian passport. Talia. Australian passport. See, my theory here is good if you have a Western passport. Yes, they give you a lot of benefits. But my bottom line is, irrespective which nationality you have, this is what matters. If you can earn this, it doesn't matter what nationality you have. And FYI for you, my dear, there are a lot of people with Bangladeshi, Sri Lankan, Pakistani passports who are multi-millionaires and living a much better life than someone who has a foreign passport. FYI, just for you. Okay, so I have an Australian passport and citizenship and want nothing to do with Southern Asians and their toxicity. Fine. If you don't like that community, you don't like, fine, and their toxicity, fine. But here's what I feel. You are extremely biased where you cannot see a single good thing in others. Me, I hate corruption, I hate rape, I hate injustice, but I always make sure every individual I give them an opportunity to see good in them. That's the difference between you and me. Okay, so that is why I get very surprised. I'm shocked that you are a coach, life coach, you're an educator, you teach children. Oh my goodness, the lives you are destroying, I just don't know. And if someone manages to get a video of this or manages to get this, your career, your life, your reputation will be destroyed. Even in Australia, if someone were to share this screenshot and the content that you put, that you're deeply racist, Australia itself will completely ban you, in more ways than one. Because people don't like racist, biased individuals like you. This is so much of hate. I mean, you have so much of insecurity, hate, and issues. It's so much of dirt inside. You need to clean yourself first before you think of sorting others. Sort your life first before sorting others. I recently interviewed on a podcast about why I stopped befriending and dating Indians. Baba, you already have a dog and a Gora. Why do you want to date Indians? Okay. And by the way, she's talking about a podcast is as if it went viral. When I check her YouTube channel, I'll see if I can share. She has 30 subscribers, 30. She has 82 videos. Okay. The latest videos that she has, which she's talking about a podcast, she has 34 views 7 months ago. And rest of the other videos that she has is 8 views, 25 views, 13 views, 4 views, and some of her videos where she's singing, like 4 views, 6 views. So, okay, fine. I'm not judging her. Maybe YouTube is not her priority, but this is what she is. But the way she's talking about, oh, I was in a podcast, you'll think that maybe it went 1 million, 2 million views and all that. She has 13 views on one of the podcasts. So I don't know what she's trying to brag about. Okay, fine. So then next, let's listen.
Live, or even I'll be happy to be interviewed on your YouTube channel if you.
She's telling me, I'll be very happy to be interviewed on your YouTube channel. Baba, who wants to interview you? Who wants to interview you? And here's the thing, she's asking, you want to interview me? I'll be very happy. Interview me. No, sorry.
Do that. I didn't see any guests on your channel, so I don't know if that's something that you do.
Yeah, you didn't see any guests because I don't want any. I just don't want any. It's my brand, it's my work, and interviewing other people doesn't. There's enough and more podcasts out there. Yeah. What the hell do you want another podcast for? Okay, then.
But yeah, I would love to connect and share thoughts. And,
Thoughts.
I'm also in the coaching and consulting space, so that's.
Yeah, you're also in the coaching and consulting space. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry is in the coaching and consulting space, my dear. It's all about who's actually making money. Okay, that is what matters. All right, I'm not saying that you're not making money. I hope you are making millions. But being in the coaching industry, it is work. It is just basic work. Okay, so I know what you're trying to do. Find common areas. Oh, you hate Indians. I hate Indians. You're a coach. I'm a coach. Oh, yeah. Listen, you already shot yourself in the foot by calling names, and your introduction itself is messed up. And you're supposed to be a communications coach. First, sort out your own communication before you communicate with others and teach other communication.
Nothing that we have in common. So it was very interesting coming across everything that you've put out on YouTube, and some of it, as I said, I really agreed with, and some of it not so much. But a lot of it, you're very brave and bold and brutally honest, just like me, and that's what.
Yeah, you're brave and bold and brutally honest, like me. I'm nothing like you, Baba. Please, I'm nothing like you.
I loved about it. So I'm exactly like you in that way.
Yeah, you're nothing like me. Auntie, you're nothing like me. I'm Indian, South Indian, Malayali. You're nothing like me. You are Australian, hi-fi, Gora sausage female. Okay.
Anyway. So hoping to be connected with you on LinkedIn and collaborating with you on any projects that we want to do together, especially with, dismantling the bullshit of the Indian community. I would love to be a part of that.
Dismantling the bullshit of the Indian community. No, Baba, I have better things to do. Okay, I'm not interested in dismantling anything. I have to mantle my own nonsense, not change the world. Okay.
Have a lovely day. I also used to live in Thailand once upon a time. So there you go. That's another thing that we have in common.
Oh, another thing in common. You stayed in Thailand. I stayed in Thailand. Yeah, why don't you think, oh, you have 2 hands and legs. I have 2 hands and legs. You are on planet Earth. I'm on planet Earth. Stop trying to figure out areas that we match. We are nothing like each other. Okay, this was the first message. Now comes the second one. And by the way, you would love this message and you would love the insult that she gives me. Okay, it's brutal. Just listen to this. Now, she sent me this at 1:44 p.m. Thailand time. So I read it and I was doing work. Not even, I think, 30 minutes later, she sends me the second voicemail. So she didn't even wait for me to respond. And within 30 minutes, she changes her tune and she sends me this.
Surprised that you haven't blocked me yet, but then again,
Surprised you haven't blocked me yet. Baba, I don't even know you. I don't know who you are. I'm busy doing my work. I have other things to do in life. I had a series of that day. I had series of 5 clients or so. I'm interested to make money, not dance on social media. Maybe you are free. Maybe you're a housewife. Maybe your doggy finished taking care. You finished taking care of husband and you're free. You don't have any clients. You may not have. I have. Okay, I have work. That is why after how many days? After nearly 3 days, I'm answering your message. Okay. Surprise, surprise, you're not blocked me. That's again the first thing this communication coach is trying to tell me. Okay.
The content that you post is pretty controversial, so and it is meant to offend people. So
okay, the content that I post is pretty controversial. It is subjective. See, for example, if I speak about rape, yes, rape is evil. You can say it is controversial depending on which angle you look at it. Suppose I say rape, no, then that is controversial. But if I address and say what is bad, what is evil, there's nothing controversial about it. Now, what you have done is out of my 7,000 videos, you have cherry picked what you felt was controversial. Okay. So you're trying to again associate, oh, you're controversial, I'm also controversial. So why didn't you respond or whatever? And she's still wondering why I didn't block her, because you're irrelevant to me. You're nothing, you're nobody. I mean, unless you're some stalker or some mental case who is disturbing my work, only then I'll block. Or if you are a member of my community and you've violated rules, you're a nothing, nobody. In 30 minutes, how do I know who you are? Okay, then.
Well, if we can't, if you can dish it out, you got to be able to take it well as well, right? But anyway,
if you dish it out, you need to take it well. But I don't know you. I don't know who you are, and you're not relevant to me. Okay, then.
In case you're wondering, now I'm sure that you're probably going to assume why I made the choice to be with him and not anybody else.
Now here, just remember, I don't know who she is. I don't know anything about her. She sent me a brief message that was 3 minutes long, calling me a cockhead cunt and as a joke, and introducing herself, telling me that she married a white, her words, Australian white, okay, not Indian. And now she is explaining herself to me, justifying. In case you're wondering, why did I marry this white guy? In case you're wondering, I never wondered, I never even thought about it, but she wants to tell me why. Okay, why?
Again, based on your previous videos, it's not because he has a big bank balance. It's not because he has a big dick.
Okay, she married him not because he has a big bank balance or because he has a big dick. Baba, women, when they marry, at least my understanding, women, when they marry, they never marry someone for a big dick. If big dick is the thing, they can buy themselves a dildo and save themselves a lot of headache. It is easier to manage a dildo. So no woman marries another man for a dick. That's one. The second part, the previous one that you said, big bank balance, I never said that you married anyone for a big bank balance. And FYI, this is a reality dose for you. You are so physically, hideously, so ugly. So ugly. Your physical structure, one is your physical structure is so ugly. Second one is your mental getup is so ugly. Your upbringing is so pathetic. You are racist, you're biased, you're insecure. You have so many issues. I doubt any decent individual, even with average income, would marry you. Someone who doesn't have a choice, I don't have any pussy, I'll fuck anything that has a hole. That kind of guy would marry you. This is my opinion. I can be wrong, but I'll tell you this much. A guy who cannot get a woman at all, who's desperate for a hole, who's desperate for companionship, maybe he is paralyzed, maybe he's that kind of guy, or maybe he's blind and deaf. Maybe that kind of person would marry you. Others, no one in their right mind would marry you. And take it as brutal feedback. It might hurt you. I don't care. If someone were to tell me, yeah, your wife married you only because of your money, yeah, one of the factors was money because she wants a better future. Others, nobody would marry me. 100% right. I'm not saying I'm God's gift to mankind, but you're presupposing that you're such a diva, and oh, I didn't marry him for his money. Baba, if someone had money, they would never marry you. Oh, I didn't marry for his big dick. Dildos are available in Australia, very cheap and easy, and I don't think any woman would marry anyone for a dick. Okay, so that much common sense I have. Okay, then.
None of these arbitrary, superficial things. I wanted somebody who obviously respected the fact that I did not want children and the fact that I was not a family-orientated person.
Okay, so maybe that guy, like she's saying, he didn't want children, I didn't want children. I had nothing to do with having a family. He had, okay, fine. These are the understandable things. So you don't have to justify and explain it. In fact, here's the thing which I'm thinking. Why do you even have to bother to explain to me? I don't fucking care. I was not interested. Why are you telling me? Why are you so insecure about this that you have to explain yourself? You really need to check with a psychiatrist to evaluate yourself, my dear. Okay, then.
Would not conform to gender roles. So I wanted someone who was an equal partner.
Okay, I want someone who's an equal partner. Fine. Maybe he considers you like you earn money, I earn money, you do your thing, I do my thing. There are some people who are comfortable with this relationship. Fine.
And that's why our relationship works, because we both contribute equally in our own ways to our relationship. And yes, the fact that obviously he had a very different upbringing to me. So in his household, again, he was, there were no strict gender roles. There was not, the mother does this and the father does that. And yeah, and we have a lot of differences as well, but that's what actually makes it all quite special.
Yeah. You're explaining to me things which I never asked for, which I don't care. And I don't know why you're even bothered to tell me all this. I don't care. Okay. I'm just telling you so that you know. I was not at all interested in all this.
Just based off of your previous videos, despite me being Indian, I did not choose a Caucasian partner because of all these arbitrary bullshit that you post on your videos. It's because
So if I call a female a bitch, you all of a sudden why did you call us? Why did you call me a bitch? Baba, I'm not talking about you. You're nowhere on my radar. Okay, then.
Of the person that he is and how much he gives to our relationship and how committed he is to me and how he prioritizes me, and he doesn't.
That I will admire. That I will have to admire, that he's committed to someone like you. You know, if I was religious, I'll say God was merciful to you to get someone who can tolerate you. Really, even though I'm an atheist, I'm telling you this. Thank your stars and thank your God that you have a dog and you have a human being that can tolerate you. Because in these few minutes, oh, Devare. Okay, then.
To me, to again look after his family or his parents or anything like that. He respects me as an individual. And
okay, so fine, you and him don't have to take care of your parents, and the government will take care, or they take care of themselves. Fine, okay.
It's just impossible to find an Indian or Southern Asian man, and you've mentioned that in your videos already. So
it's not impossible. It's just not easy to find a person who's perfectly tuned with what you want. It's not impossible. Okay, everything is possible on this planet if you really are obsessed about your goal.
Just in case you were going to come at me and make a video about why I've made this choice. Again, if you want to, feel free to.
Okay, she's saying if you wanted to make a video. I only decided to make a video after you posted that comment. Okay, I was not planning to make a video. But anyway, since you said that in case you're planning to make a video, which anyway has become a reality now.
I don't really care. And if you do want to block me after this, that's also totally fine. I do not give a shit.
Okay, and she is telling me, just imagine, this is an introduction. Huh? This entire thing is an introduction. In less than 30 minutes, she not only praises me, she not only calls me a cockhead and a cunt, and she's talking shit about Indian community and all that. And then she's saying, yeah, if you want to block me, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Okay, and then.
But yeah, I just wanted to make that extremely clear that the reasons why we are together is not because of he's getting something out of me, or it's not for any.
I don't care. Baba, I don't care. Why are you telling me all this?
Sort of contractual, selfish reasons. It's because we genuinely love each other and care about each other. We both give equally to this relationship and contribute equally. So that's why it works. So just thought I'd clarify that. Cheers.
Okay. So this was her introduction. Okay. This was her introduction. 5 minutes. One is 3 minutes, 44 seconds. One is 2 minutes something. Okay. Now I thought it was over. And like I told you, the LinkedIn ting tong that she sent me. Okay. Now I thought it was done. I thought it is finished. And then she obviously started commenting on various videos of mine, which is okay. Like she commented on, I'll tell you how many she commented on. Okay. So here, these are, now listen, these are two things which I want to highlight. Two things. I have censored her name, but I will show you a comment. One, she says, I left that shithole with the Indian flag. I left that shithole 21 years ago, haven't looked back, and would never visit hereafter. Fine. Okay. Now, 2 days ago, you remember, I showed you this female sent me that introduction. Here is where she attacks me. Okay. I was talking about an Indian client of mine. Okay. And those of you who follow my channel for the past so many years or have been friends with me 16 years, whatever, in Dubai, 40 years that I lived, all my clients are Indians. Majority, at least 99.99% are Indians. Okay. So this female 2 days ago sends, you constantly bitch, moan, whine, and complain about Indians and claim to want nothing to do with them. I do the same. Okay. Let me address this. You constantly bitch, moan, and whine and complain about Indians. I bitch, moan, whine, complain about the bad choices or the bad habits or the things which are unacceptable in society. For example, if you rape an underage girl, I'm sorry, I'm not going to accept that. If you look at a woman sexually and just look at her bobs and vagin, I'm sorry, I don't accept that. If you're a freeloader, I don't accept that. If you use religion to attack others, I don't accept that. So these are the traits of Indians which I don't accept. And it is across the board. But why I focus more on Indians is because I'm an Indian and my target market is India. Okay. Indians in the Middle East. Okay. And now it has expanded to a few Indians from India. Okay. And claim you have nothing to do with them. Yes, I want nothing to do with freeloaders. I want nothing to do with sexual rapists, perverts, with evil people. I want nothing to do with them. You're absolutely right over there. Okay. The difference is your tune changes when it comes to getting them to pay for your services. No, this is where you're mistaken. Unlike you, I'm not racist. I'm not racist like you at all. Like in your introduction, you have clearly stated that you hate Indians, you hate the Indian community. You even send me the LinkedIn's message, which is so inappropriate, where you say Indians are this and that. So you are racist. The difference is you're racist, I'm not. For me, just because of your nationality, color of your skin, sex, gender, whatever, I'm not going to immediately pre-qualify you as piece of shit. Okay, I give everyone an equal opportunity. And you may be new to this, but I've been dealing with Indians right from the time I started business, right from the age of 16 where I started working, I've been working with Indians. So this is something you don't know and you're assuming. Okay. So when it comes to pay, you work with them and happily take their money despite obviously hating them. No, you're wrong. I don't hate all Indians. This is your big mistake. In fact, even though, for example, BJP, I disagree with some of their policies. I have a lot of friends who are pro BJP, support BJP. We have a difference of opinion. That doesn't mean I hate them. Your problem is if someone has a difference of opinion, you'll hate that person. You're racist and sexist, which I'm not. So I'm making it very clear here. And despite hating them with a burning passion, no, this is you. I don't hate them with any burning passion. My passion is towards my brand. Sheer fucking hypocrisy and your Indian DNA spews. See, it's very evident that you are racist and you'll forever be racist because of your insecurity. You think being Indian is low life, being Australian, which passport you have, is hi-fi. You're mistaken there. This is where you're mistaken. There are a lot of Indians, India's population anyway, 1 billion. There are a lot of Indians who are extremely rich, so rich they can literally buy off Australia like this. Okay, they are so filthy rich. All right. And the number of billionaires in India compared to Australia, India's military power compared to Australia, I mean, there are so many ways where Australia cannot compare to India at all. Neither the Australians. Okay. The number of Indian origin CEOs and come on, man. Okay, then I too am in the coaching consulting industry and I refuse to work with Indians. Yeah, because you're a racist woman. You're a racist, like how I've said it in my group. You're a racist, constipated cow who looks like a, guinea pig hippopotamus. I'm sorry, but you're very ugly, both physically, mentally, emotionally, in every way. You're a very ugly person. And it's shocking and it's disturbing to know that you are, despite being like a brontosaurus, you're working with healthcare professionals. Despite being so mentally deranged and having psychotic issues, you're an educator, you're a trainer, you're a coach. Seriously, if someone is in Australia, they need to alert the psychiatric association or the coaching industry and prevent you from damaging other people. In fact, one of the best things you said is you prefer not having children. Thank goodness for that. Others, you would have destroyed those poor kids. Okay. I too am in the coaching consulting industry. I refuse to work with Indians, even if they wrote me a blank check. My dear, don't flatter yourself. Nobody is going to issue you even ice cream money, even money to buy Big Mac. I doubt they would want to pay you that money. They would rather prefer hogging a Big Mac than paying you money. What blank check? Nobody will. Even my group member said nobody will pay you, just even the coins that they have, they will not even throw, which they throw for charity, they will not pay you. I don't know. I really don't know who pays you money. Really. I'm not saying I don't hate it, but I really don't know who pays you money, especially when you're so ugly in your mental and emotional approach. You're broken inside. You need help. Seriously, you need help. Physically, forget. Okay, even if you're ugly there, but your heart is black and dark, man. Okay, similarly, I won't befriend, associate with them. I practice what I preach. Great, good for you. You're racist outside, you're racist externally, internally, fine. That's you. That doesn't mean I have to be you. Okay. Coaches like you, she's saying coaches like me, is what gives the industry a bad name. My dear, one is I'm not a very big, famous, like multi-billion. Nobody knows me apart from the few people who deal with me. And until now, I've not associated with any coaching industry or any coaching accredited body. I'm just myself, personal branding strategist. And because people like to know what I do, I say coach or trainer. And I've not met anyone who says, you have given the coaching industry a bad name. Because I'm a dust. I'm like speck. So I don't know what you're on about. I don't know what your insecurities are. In fact, why are you putting your nose up my ass and complaining of the stench? I mean, I never bothered with you. I don't know who you are, what you are, but you are like a dog chasing me. Okay. Feel free to make a video about blaming, naming, and shaming me. Why? Why should I shame you? I'm not going to reveal your identity to anyone. That is something I don't do and I'll not do. Privately, with my WhatsApp groups, I've shared the screenshot. Publicly, you have posted this. So that is up to you. But making a video to name you, shame you, dox you, reveal your, that's a very, it's, forget cheap. It's a terrible thing. It's something that I don't do. I don't know if you do this. I don't know if this is in your DNA or this is what you expected. Maybe the world has been very cruel with you, but that's not how I am. So the only reason I'm answering this is because you wrote it, but I'm not going to name, shame, and give you, I don't know, maybe you want free publicity because you're not known, you're irrelevant. Like your YouTube channel has only 4 views, 6 views. So maybe that. Anyway, this has been a long video, a really long video. All I just want to say is, look, I understand you have a lot of insecurities. I understand you have a lot of mental issues. I understand you have a lot of emotional issues. Okay. And heart of hearts, as a well-wisher, you really need to approach a psychiatrist, okay, a qualified psychiatrist, and deal with all the past skeletons in the closet. You have too many issues. You're very bitter, you're very sad, you're very hurting inside, and that has translated into feeling empowered while being racist, while being sexist, while being uh, judgmental about others, and hating an entire nationality or community just based on, oh, you're Indian, oh, that passport. Fine, if you were to hate um the bad habits, like, or the evil thing in a person, like rapist, murderer, sexually objectifying a man or woman, fine, I can understand that. But then with a single stroke, every person, it's like there are some bad ideas in Islam, bad ideas in Hinduism, bad ideas in Christianity. Does that mean every Christian, Hindu, Muslim is bad? If I had one bad experience, then Australia is the entire nation of Australia bad? So you really need to first sort your life out before trying to be a coach and correct other people. First, fix your broken life, then start teaching others. Anyway, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to give you any free publicity by mentioning your name or your identity. And but the aspects that you mentioned, I had to address. And last but not the least, I just want you to know, you're ashamed of your roots. I'm proud of my roots. You're ashamed of dealing with Indians. I've been dealing with Indians from the time I've been born. You hate the entire community, you hate entire race, and you judge people based on their color of their skin. For me, I only choose bad habits, bad choices, and bad behaviors which hurt and harm other people. Those are the people I hate. Otherwise, everything for me is the same. I'm not saying I'm a saint, but then again, I'm not vile, dirty, and twisted like you. I really think you need to, really, you really need to stop your coaching business, stop your mentoring, whatever you're doing, and get help. Because if someone were to take screenshots of your messages and expose you as racist that you are, your career is over. That's all I have to say. Anyway, long video. Put down your comments, thoughts below. This is me signing off. You guys take care. Bye.